Good day, what's up with you, Yaroslav Shvets again, and we're still discussing modeling and acting job for different kind of talents in different countries. So I mentioned like really common and famous discussion like in India and China. And what about some smaller country like Thailand? So what about the modeling in Thailand? Of course, in any country, the market is a little bit specific, I would say. So what about Thailand? So basically, a modeling industry here is really developed. Same like in Malaysia, same like, but in different way, of course. Same like in Japan and any other countries and so on. Maybe not such much fashion show, let's say like in Europe, but still. For instance, in the Philippines, like all of this kind of pigeons and fashion show became like more and more popular, and some people go and like in the theater like every week or even every month or even every week they go for different kind of fashion shows because designers make something new and maybe something will go to the market later on and so on. Okay, so let's come closer to the job. If you ask me the questions how to find a good agency or the job or whatever, I already done some videos, so scroll down in the same playlist below. So for instance, your mother agency propose you go to the Thailand and work up there, whatever, then why not? But something you need to know before you will come here. Most of shoots here not paid by hour, unfortunately, like in Europe or States. And if you work as an actor or stuntman, something you need to expect even more ridiculous. Because a lot of shoots in Thailand made by Indians, and all of the Indian style transferred to here, like working super hard. So one of the real good surprise which you might get, here's not 8 hours working shift, 12 hours, yeah, same bloody Indian style. And sometimes some agency for not pay overtime, they can cheat in, okay, you have 1 hour break, because by working law, after any 6 hours, you have 1 hour break. But sometimes they can cut it on 30 minutes or so on. And sometimes they cheat in you and said, okay, it will be 13 hours, like because 1 hour break, because you have worked 6 hours and 6 hours on hour break and so on. And because of the market now is falling down, I'll explain you why. Because more and more agencies appear and everyone try to get the customers and everyone put prices down, so everyone need to cut somewhere. Usually from a talent. It doesn't matter, you are the dancer or you are the singer or maybe you are MC, whatever. They try cut everything for provide as cheaper services possible. So that's why everyone's struggling. Same about the agents. Appear a lot of agents, and this problem affect like almost everywhere. But as I explained in other videos, like in India, people just try to not accept the job for keep prices up. And if we take Europe, let's say, their law, it's protect the workers, and agencies, they will fight for your rights, they will fight for your money. But here the agency will not care about you, they care about customers, because they will be afraid to lose the customers for the next time, and they're afraid to lose the contacts with the production or the casting director, because have another lot of agents and agency would appear literally every day, like mushrooms after the rain. And any agents, okay, yeah, I'll provide you the same models, the same actors will be good, or maybe almost look good, but 2 times cheaper and whatever, and you pay them like a little bit less money, you can do with them whatever you want and so on. And that's why markets fail. Another problem, productions who do the fashion shows, photo shoots and video shoots falling down as well, because appear a lot of video production. For instance, even I can do some video productions, and I know like another productions agency with who can do like literally anything, starting from a movie, musically, documentary, whatever. Everything depends from a price. And a lot of students who finish university try to make some startup, and they're okay, we will do almost like this one, maybe less people, less professional, but it will be 4 times cheaper and so on. So because of there appears a lot of new production companies, the prices is going down and everything just ridiculously falling down. It's really up to you, you agreed to that or not, and conditions might be not that good as well. So worst case what you might hit, say, okay, you got to roll, you signed the contract and so on, but you're supposed to stay on the set as much as you can. So sometimes they warn you, and if you agreed, you cannot do anything. So it can be 16 or even 18 hours stay on the set. And let's say if you're working on another city, so you're driving 2 or 3 hours to that place, 16, 18 hours, 3 hours back, and so on. So it might be like super slave job, and you're the actor. You might get your maybe $1,000 for that shoot, for memorize all of the lines you need and so on, but you work really hard for that. But without the minuses have pluses as well. So a lot of benefits compared to working in India. So everything more chill and relaxed, no one push you forward. So basically working here quite convenient. Compared to China, it's not cold, but it's hot. But in my opinion, better to work in a hot weather than when it's too cold, comparably. Another case, if you are work actor, even a small actor, or let's say one of the model, usually you have assistant who will take care of you, which is really good. Let's say in Malaysia, sometimes they not have enough staff, and Indian, well, sometimes yes, sometimes not. It depends from production and depends how much money they wanna save, save and cut. So sometimes when I was an actor and you stay all the day on the sets, you have like no time, maybe like a couple of 3 minutes, go to the toilet, that's it. And you really need someone who at least can bring you a little bit of water, because everyone's busy, everyone do their stuff, and you just stay on the set. So same thing about the stunts. Yeah, by the way, if you're working actor here, so let's say if you go in I don't know where you studied for your acting skills in Canada or States or maybe in Russia. So let's say in Russia, you should go practice in a theater. Also, you do the practice with the fields and simple fighting choreography and so on. So in some countries, they not do it, like in Malaysia, let's say, or India, they not really care. But in Thailand, so if you're the actor, it means you studied already. So it means you're supposed to have a basic fighting skills, and you're supposed to have a basic fighting skills, like in a theater. It's really different from a stunts you do, yeah, it's less, let's say, dramatic, less gymnastic, yeah, but still you should be able to fail. So if you will say that you're actor, you work as actor, studied actor, they'll expect from you, you can do the basic fighting skills, what many girls was fail, yeah. It can be really simple, but they expect you can do it. But if you had a really big role, probably they're supposed to find it double for you. And yeah, another big video what I will do about stunt works and double, stand-in and so on. So it might make you picture more clear how it works in general, all of this industry. And I also want to make a couple of videos about all of the industry in general, how it works. So when you understand why it's working that way, it will be much more easy for work. Like say, oh, why supposed I play this way and speak in this way? Because you don't know what's the idea of the director and you cannot see the whole picture. And here, same like in India, sometimes they'll give you like a couple of pages of the script, and you know only a small piece of the story, what you know, and sometimes they give you like piece by piece, and every day you know a little bit more about the story, and maybe a little bit about background of your character, so you know how to behave like. But usually in Europe or States, they give you like everything, all of the story, so you can spend a few hours, read everything, and you understand already why they going that way, why he speak that way, because you know all the story. But here they works a little bit in a different way, maybe because they're afraid something will appear somewhere on the social network before they release the movie or TV series or whatever you're working on. Because sometimes like models was posted pictures from a training on a fashion show, what not allowed to be everywhere, and you might get a really high penalty for that. So usually when I done a backstage, so people know me very well, I said, yeah, I'll do the backstage, but I will not post it until the release, which usually is the rules. So they allow me to record anything I want, but sometimes need wait maybe a year or more until the movie will be released, and after I can post my simple backstage video and so on. What else about the market here? So actually I want to make another video about complex side of the modeling, so probably I'll do it next.